speaker is Thomas MacLean, and he's going to talk about WYSIWYG editors in a Microsoft Word world.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm a senior consultant at NorthPoint Solutions. We are a technology agnostic consultant firm. We provide content solutions on all different platforms, and we've been building enterprise Drupal sites since 2006. And I'm here to talk about using WYSIWYG editors in a Microsoft Word world. And if you're like me, you cringe a little when your clients ask you for a WYSIWYG editor because, you know, there's a lot of reasons, but basically the biggest reason is your users don't know how dangerous they can be. If they fall into the wrong hands, a WYSIWYG editor and installing one can be like putting an exhaust vent on the Death Star. So let's say if one of your site's content editors comes along and decides he wants to draft some content for your site. Great. Well, he drafts it in Microsoft Word and then puts it in Comic Sans, and he doesn't see Comic Sans in the WYSIWYG editor though, so he's thinking like, all right, I'm just gonna try copy and pasting it. And oh wow, it worked, great. Not so great for the site because this is gonna totally stick out and it's gonna look like the site manager, meaning you, doesn't know what they're doing. And naturally, you don't really like that so much. Let's just say you do not approve. There's a lot of reasons for that, but basically there's a lot of bad HTML going on here behind the scenes, and in Internet Explorer that's going to create visible errors, which is just adding insult to injury, and it's just not a good thing. So basically we need to figure out a way so that your content editors can't just willy-nilly give your site a black eye without even realizing it. And the best way to do that, I think, is using the WYSIWYG module, first of all, and TinyMCE, second of all. The most recent version of TinyMCE actually has a really good built-in filter for Microsoft Word that gets rid of all the crap. So basically, to set it up, first you install the WYSIWYG module, and then a recent version of TinyMCE, then you create a profile with an import format that is just for WYSIWYG, which is really important. I creatively called my input format WYSIWYG. So once you create that profile, you go ahead and edit it, and then under buttons and plugins, you just make sure you enable the paste from Word plugin, and then do verify HTML, apply source formatting, and then force cleanup on standard paste. And that is extremely important because what it does is it actually forces cleanup to happen whether or not your content editors want that to work or not. So that's all in place, everything's fine and good. And now when your content editor tries to copy and paste their Comic Sans masterpiece into your Drupal site, it just kind of cleans it up and it works. But as we know, no system like this, especially JavaScript, is going to be 100% foolproof. So we need to have some kind of fail-safe. And the best fail-safe is probably to have better filters. And FlexiFilter is a great way to do that. And I've actually built a preset specifically for Microsoft Word's basically the chaos that goes on in Microsoft Word formatting. And that's actually available on my blog. There's a little blog plug right here. You can go ahead and jot down that URL if you want to go check out the filter. And it's just, again, a preset. So to set up the custom filter, so let's enable the FlexiFilters module, first of all, and then proceed to the FlexiFilter section of the under site building, and then click on Import FlexiFilter tab, and just copy and paste my code in there, and it just kind of works. But I want you to keep in mind two things. First of all, you should adjust the allowed HTML values here. So for example, if you don't want your users to be able to enter in H1 tags, then you might want to filter those out and take those off of the allowed tags, for example. And the second thing is if you are inserting classes anywhere using your WYSIWYG editor, this will filter those out as well, so you might just want to disable that section of the filter preset. I guess one last thing I wanted to mention is that none of this would really be necessary if we just made a WYSIWYG editor that our content editors actually wanted to use. And a good way to do that is to actually provide them with a spell check, because that's part of the reason, believe it or not, why a lot of our content editors are using Word to draft in. So WYSIWYG spell check is a good module for that. And then you just use the little spell check button there, and then it actually does full spell check while you type, and content editors love it, and I'm sure they'll thank you for it. And That's it. Thanks, guys.